Good afternoon. Hey, this is a Wednesday in the middle of June, and I am in Eastern Pennsylvania and going to shoot a vlog today. I am on a week away from home, and I found out that I'm not too far from the halfway point of the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. So I've driven out into the country, absolutely beautiful drive, and I've arrived here. I'm actually plugged into this EV charger here, just trying to figure out how to get it going. But the Appalachian Trail Museum is here, and also the general store where people do the half-gallon challenge. When they are doing the through hike, they stop here, and many people will eat a half gallon of Hershey's ice cream. So I'm gonna take you guys for the walk and see what's out there. So I am coming up the hill right now from that parking spot, and that general store is right there in front of me. You can kind of see the umbrellas, and it looks like some hikers that are there now. So it'd be cool if I interrupted a challenge today, but we'll see. So this is where everybody gets their ice cream, right here. Half pint challenge, or half gallon challenge. Ooh, peanut butter cup. I think I'd pick that one. So here we are at the general store where people do the half pint challenge. Here you go, Pine Grove Furnace Store. And we got a challenge going on over there right now. And that's it. There's peanut butter Hershey's inside, and that's what I would pick. I think I'd rather share it instead of eat the whole thing. But yeah, back to the car. Let's go out to the trailhead. So this is the Appalachian Trail Museum, just a few feet away from the general store. Oh, look at that. Going north, Mount Katahdin, and that way. I guess the check-in is up here at the museum. It's all volunteer run, so you really got to check on the hours before you come here, from what I understand.
Have you been on the other two floors? I haven't. You get there, just go outside. Go down the ramp and then go in the front door. That's the history. That's the guys who came up with the idea. And then below that's the trail.
Great, thank you.
Outside and down in the basement.
So this is really cool. This is down below. So I was just upstairs where there's a register and you can purchase things, but downstairs is really very much museum-like. Talks all about the planning and how it all began as far as the Appalachian Trail. Oh, there's Grandma Gatewood. There she is. 67 years old. She did the through hike. You could definitely spend a lot of time in here. And just behind me is a shelter that they've relocated here. You can see where a lot of people have etched their names and years that they were there. It's the Earl Schaefer shelter. It says it was built 1959, 1961, somewhere in there. They dismantled it in 2008 and brought it in here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's the sign that you see so many people when they reach Mount Katahdin in Maine. Northern terminus of the Appalachian Trail, a mountain footpath extending over 2,000 miles to Springer Mountain, Georgia. Pretty awesome. That's the starting point down in Georgia, where we plan to start. So I just walked out of the museum, and this is kind of like a earthen amphitheater in a way. If you can kind of back up here a little bit and see. Maybe they do talks or things like that, but right here at the outside of the museum is the original halfway point marker that has been recreated on trail, and that's where I'm going to go after this. But you can say 1,069 miles to Springer Mountain, 1,069 miles to Mount Katahdin, the AT logo, of course your boxes, Susquehanna Trail Club. But yeah, pretty cool. Now we are on the way to the trailhead. No idea we were going to be taking about a 3-mile gravel road to get there, but here we are. They said there's a spot for about 3 cars, and that's exactly what's here. Yeah, there was a blogger who wrote about the halfway point, and she provided GPS coordinates, and they were exactly dead on. So yeah, here we are. There's nobody out here. Always one thing that I learned by watching the videos last year is always know which way you're going. So that sign there says Appalachian Trail, Georgia to Maine, north to the right, south to the left. And of all the maps I looked at, from this road, we need to go south to the halfway point. So always following the white blazes to get us there. So more maps. Welcome to the AT. It's about 86 degrees today. Definitely humid. The whole Midwest is undergoing a big time heat wave right now, so, but you know what? Sweating is fine. When you live in Northeast Ohio and you're used to 5 and 10 degree mornings, I'll take heat and sweat and whatever. Because out here is just light breeze. Just I hear all the animals, the birds, and of course, 0 other human life. So I gotta tell you, the drive out here today was gorgeous. Rolling hills and lots of orchards. I don't know, apple orchards or what they were, but at first I thought they were maybe vineyards, but quickly learned that it was orchards that were planted of all different maturity levels on the way out here, but just rolling hills of lush green, everything just absolutely beautiful. It was a fun, enjoyable drive out here, but the only thing missing here, anytime I do anything like this, when the military takes me away and I go explore, I always wish Margie was with me, 100% of the time. This is awesome out here, and part of the reason I'm creating this video today is to share it with her. But also trying out different ideas about when we do our through hike in 2025, about vlogging and apps to use and what I like and don't like. And so I'm just going to try things out as we go now, so I can be a little more educated when it comes time to go. Like background music, one thing a lot of people do when they are vlogging is they use background music. So I'll turn the video around here, stop talking, and just shoot video of the trail and the surroundings and everything else, and they'll play music. I actually prefer to hear whatever is here. If it's nothing, that's fine. If it's just footsteps, that's fine too. That's just a personal thing. I don't mind watching those videos, but then it takes more data, it takes more storage. You have to pick the music or the background tunes, whatever, every single time you make a video. And then if you're watching somebody do a through hike and they've been hiking for 4, 5, 6 months and it's the same old music all the time, yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I miss her today. So, through hiker there. Well, doesn't mean they're a through hiker. They're just hiking, but they definitely had a pack on. Might be a section hiker, who knows what. But they were heading north. I'm heading south. So, one of the guys that we watched last year, I don't know if it's trail name, but his YouTube channel at least was heading north, and he would end every video clip with heading north. So that was funny. That guy's heading north. I'm heading south. Insert background music. A lot of ferns out here. A lot of ferns. Yeah, a lot of rocks, but this section's flat, and honestly, they nicknamed Pennsylvania Rocksylvania because there's so many rocks as you go through the state. And my understanding is you spend the most time in Pennsylvania, as far as miles are concerned. Just a lot of rocks, but honestly, lots of years of trail running and single track trails. Ankles pretty strong, so not really worried about that. No plans to be sprinting across the AT when it comes time. Speaking of feet, that's the shoes for today. They're actually ballistic trainers by GoRuck. I didn't bring any trail shoes on this trip. I had no plans to do this. Actually, I had no plans to do this until yesterday, and had some time before my midnight shift tonight, so I thought I'd come out here and explore a little bit. Fight the flies. Oh, look at that. See? Look at those ferns. Just gorgeous, the way the light's casting off of them. Yeah. So my overall plan here is to go out to where the marker is that I already showed you, where the original's at the museum. And it's strange, somehow the AT's midway point changes every year. And for the life of me, I could not find GPS coordinates or anything. I found photos of the 2022 midway point, which is a watered down 8.5 by 11 piece of paper on a post. It's pretty cheesy. I have an idea about where it is, but honestly, I have no desire to go hunting down a sign that you can barely read. So I guess basically Maybe it's because of detours every year or new sections that are modified or updated. You know, over 2,100 miles, I can see how there would be updates. So the actual midway point gets adjusted a little bit, and I think it's just a little more south than what this one is. So, but this is kind of like the traditional one people take photos at and all that. So thought we'd just go find it. It's about 2 miles from what I understand from where I parked, and then I'm going to go a little bit further to, I believe it's called Tom Run or Two Toms, or I don't know. There's I guess a nice shelter just after that, just to check it out. That I guess is a really well maintained shelter, and a lot of hikers stay there, so we'll go check that out today too. So no doubt, not stopping to get some bug spray today, that was a mistake. I am non-stop swatting the bugs. So I have to keep learning to look at the camera and not look at the phone. And here we are. We're actually here. Look at that. That didn't take long at all. Let's check this out. This sign marks the halfway point north and south of the AT. It was made by Chuck Wood of Norristown, PA, a 2,000 miler from the class of '85. Thanks to Vicky List and Rick Barker of Rosemont, PA for the Douglas fir, for the signs from Georgia to Maine. April 9th, 2011. Man, April 9th, 2011. 2011. The next day is the day that I flew out of home en route to Afghanistan. Never forget those dates. April 10th. There it is. So I don't know if it's sacrilege to get a picture and not having hiked and not without my bride, but there is let me show you. They've actually put a post here for photos. Since I got my tripod with me. You notice how there's a mailbox over there? I'll let you go check it out. Just need somebody right here with me. So what is this anyhow? We all scream for ice cream. That's it. Okay. Then that's the way to Maine. That's the way to Georgia. We're gonna come from that direction. But let's keep going that way and find that shelter. The water is so clear here. I mean, it is crazy clear. Now, of course, you still filter it if you gotta drink it, but I mean, it is like bath water. And I do believe I can see the shelter in the distance, so we'll walk on in together. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we had some campers here who are finishing their section today and setting up camp. I don't know where people pick up the general store and the museum and all that and stop, because I drove a solid 7 or 8 miles from the store to this trailhead. Oh yeah, there it is, through the woods over there. Looks like a little pavilion just to eat. And we should see a shelter. There it is, Tom's Run. Okay, that was close. Let's check it out. Nice. Metal roof. Lasts a little longer. A fire pit. Look at this. They got like a metal plate here to when you have hot stuff. Get the temperature. Got a little bit of engraving. What do we got? If possible, please save for long hikers. Oh, just a bunch of cans. Some magazines. Today's calendar. And the logbook. So they placed the logbook here on December 21st of 21. And you just have people here filling it out as they go. Oh, look at that. And we take it all through. Oh, that's cool. And then this is today. Last chance to turn back before reckoning, contemplating. It'll be a game time decision. Trail name Dreamcatcher. So, oh look, ice cream. Yeah, very cool. Lots of pages to fill still. So, nope, I won't be touching this or filling it out. Not for me today, but definitely inspiration for what's to come. Clean it up before you leave. But yeah, very cool. A lot of engravings and markings on the walls for people who have been here. Pretty much everywhere you look. Oh, we got someone setting up camp down there. And that structure there, I believe, would be to hang food up at night from bears. Put your bear bag, your food bag up. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Let me zoom out a little bit better here. I'd imagine there's a privy here somewhere, which is go to the bathroom. But then also you see down there, there's actually some campsites or like flat surface areas for tenting. That's pretty cool. I'll take a walk down there real quick. And actually, this is for actually hanging stuff up. Keep it from bears and stuff like that. Hang your food up at night. And here's a hiker right there setting up camp. You'll see platforms over there to where you can set up your tent. So yeah, I can definitely hear the stream in the background. We'll come over this way. Looks like a little campfire set up. It is nice to not see trash. People definitely pick up after themselves. Let my ears guide me to the fresh water here. Okay, I think it's time to head on back. And Tom's Run, we'll see you in a couple of years. Oh, the flies, the gnats, the whatever these things are. They will not let me go. So I will quicken the pace. Oh, gotta check out the handiwork of some woodpeckers there. I do like how they use a lot of these non-paint things to mark the trail with the white blazes. Those won't wear down and fade away over time. So positive attitude. Thankful to be out here. So anyway, you might be wondering why in the world even come out here or whatever. I'm like, honestly, as we talk about through hiking in 2025, I think some people could look at that and go, okay, you're almost 50 now. You'll be 52, 53 years old. Seriously, you're gonna hike over 2,100 miles and your marriage is still gonna be together at the end of it? I mean, you're gonna go through some stuff, you know? But honestly, we're gonna celebrate our 30th anniversary come this fall in November. And it's at a point now where doing things without her are incomplete. And that doesn't mean I'm not my own man, but I am richly blessed to have her in my life. And I want to share everything with her. These little trips that I take, just not possible. But I feel like I'm exploring for us and for, you know, just to, you know, it's different. If you aspire to run an ultra marathon someday, but you never got out on the trails, you never been there before, everything you think is going to be is all just in your head. You have no actual knowledge or vision of being there, crossing that creek again. And it's hard to visualize it. But if you put some, you know, feet on the trail, go see some different things, you pick up a logbook and see people filling it out. You see people putting away a half gallon of ice cream at the general store, at the museum. It's things that you have watched and read about on other people's journeys online. It kind of puts meat on the bones, and it's inspirational to dream about it, train for it, get ready for it, and say, you know what, someday we're gonna walk, you know, right through here. Someday we're gonna walk here hand in hand. Well, won't be hiking hand in hand, but you know what I mean. We'll be doing this together. So yeah, it provides the oomph, the motivation, the fuel to dream for the future of doing something like this together. So sure, I miss her. I wish she was here with me, but she is in a way. So, and here we are again at the halfway point. Look at this. As far as the eye can see, just ferns. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. Yeah, I'm out of breath. I was running, not from a snake, but the gnats aren't so bad when you run. Here we are. Cars over there in the distance. And shall we, my love, head to Maine? Not today. Not today. But one day, Malkatan.